Hello, hello students. So today we going to start with the new system, that is endocrine system. So this endocrine system, it is a very important system. So the word endocrine uh, means to separate. So endocrine glands, there are different endocrine glands that is present in our body. So these endocrine glands are the ductless glands, and they release the hormones in the blood, and this hormone that travel via the blood and reach the target organs, and these hormones bind with the receptor that present on the target organs, and it produces action. So general consideration of the endocrine glands. So the word endocrine means I separate within. So endo within and crine to separate. So endocrine glands are the ductless glands. They secrete the hormone directly into the bloodstream or into the interstitial fluid. So control of the body function, it is by two ways. First is by the nervous system, and second control, it is by endocrine system via the hormones or the chemical mediators. So many interrelation present between the nervous and endocrine system. So the nervous system having the point-to-point control through the nerves that sending message by conventional telephone. So this nervous control, it is electrical in the nature and it is very fast. Second is the endocrine system, that produce hormones that travel by the bloodstream and reach the target cell. So endocrine system, it broadcasts its hormonal message to the all the cell by secretion into the blood and extracellular fluid. So this hormone that require receiver to get the message. So receiver in the form of the receptor that present on the target cell. So which are the endocrine glands that present in our body? So these are the list of the endocrine glands that present in our body. So hypothalamus, that is the controlling endocrine glands that control over the anterior pituitary. Second is the anterior pituitary. Third is the posterior pituitary. Thyroid gland, parathyroid gland. Thyroid and parathyroid gland that situated in the neck region. Then pancreas, endocrine part of pancreas, in that isolate of Langerhans is present. In alpha and beta cells are there. Alpha cells secrete glucagon, beta cells secrete pancreas. Adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. So testis, ovary and placenta. So these are the list of different endocrine glands that present in our body. Other organs that also associated with this endocrine function, like heart. So from the heart there is secretion of atrial natriuretic peptides, so it acts as a endocrine organ. From the kidney, various hormones are released. Previously we see in the extracellular system that kidney secrete renin, erythropoietin hormone, angiotensin 125 dihydroxycholecalciferol. So pineal gland secrete melatonin, skin secrete calciferol, liver secrete 25 hydroxycholecalciferol. From the gastrointestinal tract, various hormones are secreted, like secretin, cholecystokinin, gastrin, okay, thymus, thymosin and thymine secreted. So this figure that showing the location of the various endocrine glands. So you can see in the upper, okay, in the head region, there is a presence of hypothalamus, below that pineal gland, then on anterior side there is pituitary gland, then in the neck region you can see thyroid gland, then parathyroid gland, then after that thymus gland. Okay. Above the kidney there is presence of adrenal gland, that is also known as suprarenal gland. Okay. In reproductive part, in a female there is presence of ovary, in the male there is presence of testis. So there is the anatomical location of these endocrine glands in the body. Types of endocrine gland. Classical endocrine gland, that is a thyroid, paracrine gland, that is the islet of Langerhans. Autocrine gland, that is a platelet activating factor secreted by vascular endothelium, that is example of autocrine gland. Neurosecretory gland, in that neurotransmitter that is secreted by neurons and act as a hormone. So adrenaline, noradrenaline, antidiuretic hormone, oxytocin. So these are the neurosecretory gland that secrete neurohormones. Okay. So this is the example of the endocrine, paracrine, autocrine, neurocrine hormone gland. Okay. So then general consideration of hormone definition. So scientist who invented this hormone first, that is in 1905, Bayliss and Starling, that found that extract from the intestine that causes increase in the pancreatic secretion, that when given intravenously. So they name it a word secreting, that also name as word hormone. Hormone means I arouse to activate or excite to increase the activity. Okay. So the scientist, that is Bayliss and Starling. So this can be asked in the MCQ or objective question, who invented first hormone. Definition of hormone, it can be asked as a viva question. So chemical substance that is secreted by the endocrine glands directly into the blood circulation or into the internal body fluids by one cell or group of cell, and having the physiological control on the other cell of the body, that is called the target cell via the receptor. So cell is a target because it's a specific receptor for the hormone. So most hormones that circulate in the blood coming in contact with the essentially all cell. However, the given hormone usually affect only limited number of the cells that are called target cell. So target cell responds to the hormone because it bears the receptor for the hormone. So in this figure you can see, okay, in the yellow color there is target cell for the hormone A. This second is the target cell for hormone A and B, target cell for hormone B. So what are the function of the hormone in our body? Why it is important? So to maintain the homeostasis, then maintain the internal environment, then to cope up the external environment like temperature, okay, like adrenaline and all this. For growth and development, pituitary gland secrete the growth hormone. Digestion and metabolism, various GIT hormones like secretin, cholecystokinin, gastrin. For sexual functions, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. Okay, so these are the hormones that are related with the sexual function. So these are the function of the hormones. Classification of the hormones. So hormones are classified in various nature. First is the according to their chemical nature. So first is the steroid hormones. They are derived from the cholesterol. Then amino acid derived peptide hormones, that amino acid derivatives that derive from the tyrosine, histidine or tryptophan. Proteins or peptides or polypeptides hormone, they derive from the proteins. According to nature of action, classical hormone like thyroid, neurohormone, ADH secreted, ADH and oxytocin secreted posterior pituitary, hypothalamic hormones. Local hormones or autocoids, histamine, serotonin, prostaglandin, GIT hormones, paracardial hormones, insulin and glucagon, growth hormone and thyroid, they are general hormones. So this classification is according to nature of the action. So classification of hormone. Then according to receptor through which act, with intracellular receptor, thyroxine and cortisol act with the intracellular receptor, and insulin, parathyroid hormone, glucagon, epinephrine act by the membrane bound receptor. According to solubility hormone, some hormones are water soluble and some are lipid soluble. So peptides which cannot pass through the cell membrane and act on the membrane receptor, they are the water soluble. Lipid soluble are the steroid hormones and thyroid hormones which can pass through the cell membrane, act as intracellular receptors. Now synthesis, storage and secretion of the hormone. So protein hormone stored in the secretory vesicles until needed. So protein hormones are formed by the granular endoplasmic reticulum. So first form is the pre-pro hormone, that is cleaved inside the endoplasmic reticulum to form the small protein, that is known as prohormone, which via endoplasmic reticular vesicles goes to the Golgi apparatus to form the final protein hormone. Then is packed in the secretory vesicles or granules that store in the cytoplasmic compartment of the endocrine cell till the specific signal comes. So how this is the mechanism, how this synthesis and secretion of the peptide hormones occur. Okay, synthesis, then transcription, translation, packaging, storage and release. Okay. Steroid hormones that are synthesized from the cholesterol and not stored. So its chemical structure is identical to the cholesterol. Large store of the cholesterol are present in the cytoplasm and it is highly lipid soluble. Amine hormones are derived from the tyrosine. Tyrosine derived hormones are formed by the action of the enzymes in the cytoplasmic compartment of the granular cell. Norepinephrine, epinephrine is absorbed in the vesicles and stored till required. Triiodothyronine and thyroxine stored in the thyroglobulin molecule in the large follicle with the thyroid gland. Mechanism, action and measurement of the hormones. So mechanism of the hormone action, three mechanism: receptor mechanism, second messenger and genetic mechanism. So receptor mechanism, it also operate by different hormone receptor. Okay, so receptors are the binding site for the hormone. Ligand means the chemicals, we are including the hormones which bind to the receptor. Receptor are present on the inside the cytosol or the nucleus. Receptors are very specific and sensitive, so even low concentration of the hormone can stimulate this receptor hormone. So this receptor are synthesized by cell on which they present, undergo continuous degradation and replacement. So this hormone binds to the receptor. This complex is endocytosed and hormone is released inside the cell and receptor comes back to the membrane. So hormone and the receptor. So epinephrine is amine hormone. It's water soluble and the receptor are present on the cell. Thyroid hormone, lipid soluble and the receptor present in the inside the cell, that is intracellular. Protein hormone, water soluble and the receptor present on the cell surface. Steroid and vitamin D, they are the lipid soluble and receptor is present in the intracellular. Cell surface receptor, so there are basically three types: ion channel link receptor, G protein link receptor or enzyme link receptor. So the hormone and bind with the receptor, so there is formation of hormone receptor complex. So it activated receptor initiate the cascade of events in the cell, that is the intracellular signaling. Ion channel link receptor, so like acetylcholine and norepinephrine bind receptor that produce change in the structure of the receptor and opening and closing of the ion channel for one or more ions. So it produces altered movement of the ions sodium, potassium or calcium. Subsequent effect occur on the post-synaptic cells. So it produces a depolarization and hyperpolarization. G protein link receptor. So receptor regulate the activity of the target proteins by coupling with the group of proteins that call the GTP binding protein, and 1000 G protein coupled receptors are known. So how this G protein coupled receptor activated? So hormone bind with the receptor, so there is activation of G protein coupled receptor. G protein coupled receptor have 7 transmembrane segments that loop in the out of cell membrane. G proteins have 3 parts, alpha, beta and gamma. So after activation, it produce open or closing membrane ion channels, change the activity of the enzyme in the cytoplasm. G protein proteins and GI proteins, 2 types. Enzyme linked receptors. So here receptor activated function directly as enzymes or closely associated with the enzyme. So enzyme linked receptors are the proteins that pass through the membrane. When the hormone binds to the receptor, enzyme inside the cell membrane is activated. Okay, so example is leptin receptor. Okay, so this is a leptin bind to the receptor. So activation of enzyme, physiological effect, translation, synthesis of protein occur. Intracellular receptors. So like thyroid hormone, it acts on the intracellular receptor. So it goes inside the nucleus. Cytoplasmic receptor, hormone receptor complex is formed, mRNA formation, the synthesis of protein. What is the mechanism of action of lipophilic hormones? So steroid hormones that enter the cell membrane bind with the specific receptor proteins. Hormone receptor complex enter into the nucleus, bind with the specific binding site on the DNA strand, activates transcription to form the messenger RNA that diffuse into the cytoplasm and to promote the translation process on the ribosomes to form the new proteins. That is the mechanism of action of steroid hormone. Thyroid hormone bind with the internuclear receptor that produce the transcription process, activate the protein formation inside the cell and continue this act for the long time. Then second messenger system. Second messenger system. So these are the receptor for the water soluble hormones that found on the surface of the target cell. These are the coupled to various second messenger system that causes subsequent intracellular effect of the hormone. The only effect that hormone has on the cell to activate the membrane receptor, second messenger, is the rest. Second messengers, which are the second messengers for cell cycle? So first is the adenyl cyclase, cyclic AMP, guanylyl cyclase, cyclic GMP, calcium calmodulin phospholipase C. These are the example of second messenger for cell cycle receptor. So adenyl cyclase, that is cyclic AMP, how it is act? Okay, cyclic AMP. So it produce inactive cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase to activate the cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase. So there is synthesis of new proteins and cell response occur. Action of cyclic AMP: contraction or relaxation of muscle fiber, alteration in the permeability of cell membrane, synthesis of the substance inside the cell, secretion and release of the substance by the cell, and other physiological activities of the cell. So these are the action of cyclic AMP. Different functions are elicited in different target tissue because of the different nature of intracellular machinery. So which are the hormones that use the cyclic AMP as a second messenger system? So adrenocorticotropic hormone, angiotensin 2, calcitonin, then CRH, corticotropin releasing hormone, FSH, glucagon, HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, luteinizing hormone, parathyroid hormone, secretin, somatostatin, thyroid stimulating hormone, vasopressin. So these are the hormones that use the adenyl cyclase as a cyclic AMP second messenger system. So calcium and calmodulin. So how this calcium and calmodulin act? So calcium enter into the cell, calcium bind with the calmodulin, and there is activation of protein kinase so that form the target proteins and cell response occur. So this is the mechanism of action of calcium and calmodulin. Calcium as second messenger with the calmodulin, troponin C. Calcium calmodulin complex stimulate the myosin kinase enzyme in the smooth muscle. Calcium bind with the troponin C in the skeletal muscle. So in the both the muscle, calcium complex brings about the muscle contraction, and normal level of this calcium calmodulin is 10 to 8 or 10 to 7 mmol per liter. Then phospholipase C, that is second messenger. So phospholipase C that act on the receptor. So it act on the phospholipase C act on the diacylglycerol and inositol triphosphate. So it activate the protein kinase C, and protein kinase C when activated, it produce the new synthesis of protein that produce a change in the cell response. So which are the hormones that use a phospholipase C second messenger system? So angiotensin 2, catecholamines, then gonadotropin releasing hormone, growth hormone releasing hormone, oxytocin, thyroid releasing hormone, vasopressin. Genetic mechanism. Some hormone act by this genetic mechanism. So this is a figure how this genetic mechanism operated. So hormone by diffusion enter into the cell, by the cytoplasmic receptor it bind, then it goes inside the nucleus in the cell. Hormone receptor complex is formed. Okay, nuclear receptor bind, then hormone receptor element is formed, mRNA formation. Okay, so in this way it act. So steroid hormone enter the cell membrane, bind with the specific receptor protein. Hormone receptor complex entering the nucleus, bind with the specific sites on the DNA strands in the chromosome, activate the transcription to formation of messenger RNA, they diffuse in the cytoplasm, and it promote the translation process on the ribosomes to form the new proteins. Thyroid hormone bind with the intranuclear receptors, cause the transcription process, activate the protein formation inside the cell, and continue it for the long time. After mechanism action, hormone concentration, transport and clearance from the blood. So hormone concentration, so it is very low amount, very few. So range from the little as 1 picogram per ml of blood up to the few microgram. So rate of secretion microgram or milligrams per day. So even this the minor quantity of hormone that exert the powerful control over the physiological system. How this happen? Let's see. So transport of hormones in the blood, water soluble plasma. So hormones are water soluble, lipid soluble. So water soluble hormones dissolve in the plasma like peptides and catecholamines. Steroid and thyroid hormone that is lipid soluble circulate in the blood bound to the plasma protein. Half life of this hormone. So peptide hormone and catecholamines having a very short half life, and steroid and thyroid hormone very long half life. Degradation of the hormone, so by endocytosis or by internalization in the target cell. So majority of the hormones, they are degraded in the liver and kidney. So the process by which the hormone degraded: oxidation, reduction, hydroxylation, glucuronidation or sulfation. Okay. So major degradation occurs in the liver and kidney. So how this hormone secretion is controlled? Okay, feedback mechanism. By feedback mechanism, neural control or by the suprachiasmatic nucleus. So first is the negative feedback mechanism, that is a long loop feedback, okay, or short loop feedback or ultra short loop feedback. So long loop feedback target gland that inhibits both the anterior pituitary and hypothalamus. That is long loop. Short loop in that anterior pituitary inhibits the hypothalamus. Ultra short wave hypothalamic hormones inhibit themselves, that is ultra short wave. So these are the types of negative feedback. In positive feedback, that's seen in the LH surge or ovulation. So you can see this is the negative feedback mechanism. So feedback loops are the use to regulate the secretion of hormone in the hypothalamic pituitary axis. So important example negative feedback loop is seen in the control of thyroid hormone secretion. So you can see in this figure when there is an increased amount of T3 and T4 that inhibits the anterior pituitary and hypothalamus. When there is a T3 and T4 is decreased, and it will stimulate the hypothalamus. So there is more release of TRH, it will stimulate anterior pituitary, more release of TSH, and it will stimulate the thyroid gland. So this T3 and T4 release is increased. Okay. So this is also example of the feedback negative feedback mechanism, long loop, short loop and ultra short loop feedback mechanism. Okay. Positive feedback mechanism in case of ovulation and pregnancy. Okay. So during ovulation, so in anterior pituitary there is more release of LH, so it will stimulate the ovary, and in this ovary there is more release of estrogen. When estrogen increase, it stimulates the anterior pituitary, LH is increased. Controlled by suprachiasmatic nucleus. Suprachiasmatic nucleus is also acts as a biological clock. It is responsible for circadian rhythm of the hormone secretion. Measurement of hormone concentration by the two methods, that is radioimmunoassay and in-general immunosorbent assay. Okay, so this will complete the introduction of the